YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. This is going to be a movie review for The Mandalorian. Now, had very little hype coming into watching this because Star Wars is kind of in a bad place in my opinion. I do not like the way that the Star Wars movies have been trash for the most part, but I do judge everything on its own merit. This is a Disney Plus show. I've seen the trailers. They look clean and lit. So naturally, I'm going to give it a chance, and I went and checked the thing out. So, it's The Mandalorian. We're talking about a film that is about a bounty hunter going throughout the galaxy collecting bounties. That's pretty much all we know. It takes place way far back in the past, and we're following the journeys of this man who is a Mandalorian, which, to my knowledge from seeing this episode, is supposed to be like the first, well, the creme de la creme of bounty hunters. He's played by Pedro Pascal. You could definitely tell that that's him in the helmet. You can tell that's his voice when he talks, but it's like, I guess he got back into better shape because he started getting meaty for some of his roles, but that's definitely him. And overall, it just really the episode starts with this beautiful shot of some classic film looking stuff. It looks like a movie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This looks fantastic with its quality. The budget's not that high, but this is Disney we're talking about. You know, they got some of the best working behind the show, and the shining element about this show, about this episode, is how darn good it looks. From the costume design to the way the blasters shoot, the lasers and all that, it looks like you're watching a Star Wars movie. You do not see any difference between what you see in theaters in a Star Wars film and what you see in The Mandalorian, except for very fine, minute details when it comes to CGI. Besides that, they look on par with each other, and that is just fantastic. And I couldn't be more proud of Disney to bring quality in my living room for the low price of $6.99. Boy, I'm happy about that. 4K, by the way. 4K. This thing looks good in 4K. My God. But I dug the episode. And at 30 minutes into the episode, I'm kind of seeing what's going on. I'm impressed with the way it looks. And then I get this fight scene, where someone approaches the Mandalorian with some drama, with some beef. And the way that the fighting choreography is executed is quite bad, in my opinion. It's slow. It's uninspiring. It's old school. And that kind of made me feel like, okay, we're watching a Disney product. It's Disney-fied. And then when you remember the trailer, when it showed the door, when he threw the guy in the door and the door kind of closed, but it blacked it out so we didn't see it, but we assumed that he cut his body in half. When we really saw the episode and the door closed and it just stayed on his torso, and I was like, bruh, the Disney-fied moment has arrived. And I'm like, you couldn't just cut his body in half, like, at least let me hear some sound effects of like he's just done. They implied still that his body was severed, but it showed the way that scene was executed was really kiddie to me, and it was symbolic of what I felt was to come with the rest of this episode. I didn't want to get reminded that it's Disney, but in that moment I was reminded that it's Disney. And with the fighting and the violence, I was reminded that it's Disney. It builds up this tension about how good of a bounty hunter he is. So he's going across the galaxy, getting different kind of credits, different type of metal materials, getting his bounty. He's like a top dude. He gets the hard targets. It's what he does. So he gets asked and invited for a big payday. He's looking for that big score. And someone hooked him up, Carl Weathers, he hooked him up. He said, I know a guy who's looking for a bounty, but I ain't got no hologram for it. This is like under the radar. Like, this is big time. If you want that money, you're going to have to go and holler at him personally. So he goes, he flies, hides to the secret location guarded by these stormtroopers, and he's all paranoid, like, yo, put your guns down. And this dude comes out, this French dude. Yes, I'm told that you are the best out there. Yes, please have a seat, sit down. And what this actor did was he bring a lot more seriousness back to the episode. I'm like, okay, this dude has a dark face, that ashy yet light, sinister villain voice he had, the serious look on his face. I was digging that scene where he was like, there's somebody 50 years old, he must be taken care of. Wouldn't be hard for someone like you to track him down with only this information. His birthday, how old he is, and something that shouldn't be hard for someone like you, I trust. So I'm like, I'm feeling this scene. And it builds this hype about how this target is high prize, high value, a super huge, big commodity. So naturally, I'm kind of getting intrigued. I'm like, all right, well, let me roll with you and see exactly where we're gonna go here. So then we see him, travel to this other area, and he lands on this planet. And then the cheese comes back and slaps me across the freaking face. Hey, you trying to get serious? You're watching Disney. Shut your mouth. It's for kids. When he gets attacked by this camel-looking horseback elephant snuffleupagus monster, and he almost dies from it, chewing his arm up, and I'm like, okay, this is the ultimate bounty hunter, yet you're disrespecting him in the same instance by having him not be prepared and getting wrecked by a moose camel, for sure. And here comes another moose camel charging to kill you. And then we see the tranquilizers go into it. Someone shoots another tranquilizer, effectively saving the bounty hunter from death, which is weird. How are you the greatest bounty hunter? How are you a Mandalorian and you're about to get wrecked by 2 camel horses? I didn't like that. And then it's a guy that rolls up, I have spoken. Nick Nolte rides up. You can tell that's Nick. He's like, what are you doing here? Nick Nolte rides up with his Nick Nolte voice. I have spoken. What are you? I want the power. You guys... You guys know how Nick Nolte talks. He's that guy. You know, he was. If you guys don't know who Nick Nolte is, he was Bruce Banner's father in the Ang Lee 2003 Hulk movie. I want your power. You don't deserve it. That shit. I first got introduced to Nick Nolte with a film called The Fugitive or Three Fugitives with him and Martin Short. That's a good kids movie. It's a good movie overall. All right. So anyway, Nick Nolte's in here choking. I've spoken. He has his own language. So I'm amused by it because I like Nick Nolte. But at the same time, he brings the cheesiness. Like, I'm saving you. I'm a fat old man, lump on a log on a horse, and I just saved you from death, bounty hunter. And he's like, oh, you're a bounty hunter. You're a Mandalorian. I will help you find the people that you're looking for. So he got so much assistance in finding this secret location of this high priority target. So I'm like, oh, this is very convenient, easy, simple writing, because it reminds me this is not just written for Star Wars fans. It's also written for the younglings so they can follow along and not be so perplexed. And I'm worried about that, Jon Favreau. I'm worried about if you're making this for the adult Star Wars fans, teen Star Wars fans, whatever, or if you're just making this with kids in mind so that all of them can catch up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really wish that, I hope that it's not that, you know, and I hope it's written for the actual fans so we could, and adults, not for children. So we move on, we progress, and we get to this base camp where the suspect, the prime target, this high value commodity is waiting. And I'm of the mind like, okay, it's going to be some slithering little thing that he has to transport from here to there. I'm like, all right, fine. But let's see how it gets. And we get there. There's this huge big shootout with some rebel some criminals and shit. They do this shootout, and another bounty hunter comes up, but he's a robot. Unarm yourself, come out and give yourself up. I'm like, all right, look at this android. And they have this freaking android. It's funny, man. Initiating self-destruct. I am not meant to be captured. Initiating self-destruct. No, don't need self-destruct. We're going to get out of here. So they do this little shootout thing. And this robot is making me crack up because at every oh, they have us pinned. Initiating self-destruct. He's ready to kill himself at every moment. And then the bounty hunter's like, no, don't self-destruct. We gonna get them. And then he gets them. Boom, boom. And then when it looks like they're advancing, here come a big gunner. The freaking robot's like initiating self-destruct. He's ready to give his life. He had no hope or faith about getting out at all. But the Mandalorian prevails and gets through it, and they kill everybody. And what was so funny to me was like, here, listen, we're going to get out of here. We're going to take them all out. The Mandalorian says, draw their fire. And the robot, this is feasible. Pew, pew, pew. He runs, and it shows him taking some serious fire. That robot's running, but he gets shot the freak up. He's like, shot the freak out that android. He was worth it. He actually helped. So he was deflection and allowed him to go do his thing, get the gunner and kill everybody. But he was all right. He got up. So you can't even show this robot dying. I was for sure he died, but he got freaking right back up. Crazy. So he didn't die. So he comes and they move forward and they get into this place. And at the end result, the final come shot, the final thing that really got me feeling some type of way was we got to see who the high value priority target is. Now I'm thinking like, okay, what's this gonna be? And bruh, it was a 50-year-old, but still a baby, little bitty Yoda in that seat, bruh. It was Yoda, bruh. At this moment, I'm watching and I see it. I'm like, oh. This show just got real. Bruh. Instantly, the episode became lit. Just showing him and tying it to him. We're seeing a prequel of the Yoda up in this thing. What we doing? What we doing? I'm hands down on board with this shit. The episode became lit in that very moment. I'm willing to forgive certain things and I'm moving forward. I am watching this show. Episode 2 review. Gonna be on this channel. I'm on board instantly. I ain't got no... I'm there. I'm there. This episode was lit. My reservation's going forward though. Because I'll jump off this shit when I see it's finna go left. If it starts to try to do some SJW weird stuff and go left, I'm jumping off board. With no life board, no life raft, no floaties. I'm off. So, my critique is, it's this. It doesn't really, can't call it. I don't even think this show might know what it is. Adult kids. Oh, this is an adult scene. Joke. Right back to kids. Oh, serious complex. Nobody dies. Oh, war zone. Nobody dies. So I really wanted to finally get its momentum, and I want it to be up here instead of down here. Here's adult, here's chill. I want it to be smooth right up here. You know what I'm saying? Tween adult. Stay away from the kid element. I'm so sorry, children, but my channel ain't for kids. I already marked it. YouTube, get off my back now. So I know that everybody watching me now is 18 years or older. Or you made an account that said you lied and said you were 18, which doesn't make me liable. So I know that there's nothing but adults watching me, and I want the adults, you guys, to enjoy this, and I want it to be made for us. In all respect, F them kids. So, with that being said, I grade The Mandalorian the grade that it deserves with that epic Yoda comeback and the beautiful looking way of it. And I like me some Pedro Pascal. I'm always down for the Viper to come back and start venom biting some people, man. Shout out to House Tyrell. I give The Mandalorian episode 1, season 1, an A, baby. Woo! The ace of spades. I gotta give it that ace because the episode was fire. Subscribe for more reviews of this show. You might get reactions. I don't know yet. But put your comments down below about how you felt about this. I freaking love this episode, and I can't wait to give you guys more. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Subscribe only if you believe in me and you like real content. If not, you're used to people lying to you and liking everything, don't. I'm Jody Joe. I'm out this thing. Deuces.